This is the plaintiff's original petition for barratry or barratry, however you want to pronounce it, and conspiracy to commit barratry. And this is basically saying filing. There's a couple ways you could define it. I'm going to read this definition. The persistent initiation of groundless lawsuits or illegal actions with malicious intent. Essentially, is the act of filing numerous baseless claims or harassing somebody. All right, so let's get into it and see what Buzbee is saying about these folks over here at Roc Nation. Plaintiff files this original petition against defendants Marcy Bryant Croft, representing Jayz, investigator Jessica Santiago of Roc Nation LLC, and Quinn Emanuel and Sullivan LLP. So he's suing their firm. Seeking damages and respectfully shows this honorable court the following. Defendants have conspired to obstruct justice by engaging in shadowy operatives to illegally seek out more than 24 current and former clients of the Buzbee law firm to convince those clients to bring frivolous cases against the Buzbee law firm. Sound familiar? Sounds like they took play one out of Tony's playbook when it comes to how he handles these cases. No, can't take the heat, Tony. Come on now. The Buzbee law firm, a defendant of Roc Nation, is financing the effort. So defendant Roc Nation is financing the effort. Excuse me. Its attorneys Marcy Croft and Quinn Emanuel are orchestrating the effort. In some cases, defendants' agents pretend to work for the state of Texas and have flashed fake badges. Soliciting clients is a crime in the state of Texas. Paying individuals to file false claims is unethical and criminal in the state of Texas. Impersonating a state official is a crime. In at least one case, defendant's agents offered as much as $10,000 to a former client of Buzbee's law firm to sue the firm. And allegedly, Tony Buzbee said he has video of this happening.
Stop the cap.
I'm not buying it, but we'll see as this goes on. Unfortunately for the defendants, their agents are not very smart or careful. God dang. Their agents were caught on audio tape red-handed, not knowing they were being recorded. Defendants' agents admitted that defendant Marcy Croft, a licensed Texas lawyer and member of Team Roc, was orchestrating the effort, and another recording those agents described the criminal conspiracy in great detail, going so far to admit that the lawsuits would be in the press, and that some former clients had already accepted money to join the effort. Excuse me. Roc Nation and Jayz are synonymous. Jayz is founder and chairman of Roc Nation. At the same time, the illegal conduct described herein continues. The Buzbee law firm is pursuing a claim on behalf of at least one client against Jayz in New York federal court. And as a result of the client's claims, Jayz sued the Buzbee law firm in Los Angeles state court. So we've got these shots being fired back and forth. Defendant Quinn Emanuel, who represents Jayz in both cases and who is also frequently represents Roc Nation, denied in open court and in the press involvement in the scheme described herein. That denial was a bold-faced lie. Oh my gosh. A bold-faced whopper, as Judge Glanville would say. The illegal efforts described here, which Roc Nation is funding, and defendant Croft and defendant Quinn Emanuel are orchestrating, is intended to interfere with the Buzbee law firm's ability to represent its clients and offer pertinent evidence to the authorities. Defendant scheme is summarized in the following recording transcript. Oh no! What we're trying to do, we're trying to put this thing together for the company that we're working for. We could get you paid. You could get money right soon, you know? I mean, it sounds like a J.G. Wentworth commercial. It's your money and you need it now, right? We gave this kid $1,000 to start yesterday just to get him on the right path, they said. At the end of the day, this is going to go through the courts. Buzbee is getting sued. And they have the transcript here for us on page 6. Oh, this is getting spicy. As a part of their scheme, defendants attempted to use the plaintiff herein as a pawn. On behalf of the defendant, Marcy Croft, two individuals approached the plaintiff. They were pushy, They told him he had to talk to them because they were with the state. They told him that they were putting together a lawsuit on behalf of defendant Marcy Croft and the company she works for, and that she would assign his case to someone who could get him a lot of money. Thankfully, rather than go along with their illegal efforts, the plaintiff recorded them instead. He now files suit for barratry, both a crime and a civil action in the state of Texas. This is just one of multiple cases to be filed by plaintiffs who have been illegally solicited by investigators working as a part of a cabal headquartered in New York City. Oh my goodness. Defendants have a long history of the type of abusive and egregious conduct described herein because they have gotten away with it for so long. Defendants think they can come down to Texas and do whatever they choose with impunity. They are wrong. Their behavior will have consequences, both civilly and criminally. Okay, we don't need the parties. We know who they are. Look at this. We're on page 5. This is Marcy B. Croft. Shout out to Marcy Croft. They've got her information here. I don't know why they have this post in here, but I guess it would be explained. Maybe we should read the parties real quick anyway. Plaintiff resides in Texas, Harris County. Marcy Croft, she's licensed in Texas. She's self-admitted member of Team Rock, and she's served through Texas Secretary of State at her office at that address. Okay, and they're just showing who she is. Cool. There's more pictures of her saying that she represents Team Rock. They're just giving the background. All right, and then the venue and jurisdiction. The venue is proper in Harris County, Texas, pursuant section 15 of the Texas Civil Practices and Remedies Code, because all or a substantial part of the events or admissions give rise to the claims occurred in Harris County, Texas. Discovery control plan. Plaintiff intends to conduct discovery under level 3 of the Texas rule, which is cool. Here's the evidence. What do they have? Transcript of defendant Jessica Santiago and Gerardo Garcia. We have transcript of defendant agents Skylar Taylor, affidavit from Skylar Taylor, and affidavit from Shannon Champagne. Okay, here are the facts. On behalf of two clients, Tony Buzbee and Tony Buzbee's law firm sent demand letters to Jayz, attorneys in New York. The letters made no monetary demand. I mean, stop the cap. It's assumed. What else do you want out of a civil litigation? Come on now. They only sought a confidential sit down to discuss the client's allegations. Just wanted to have a conversation. In response to the two letters, defendant Quinn Emanuel filed suit against the Buzbee law firm. The suit alleged that the firm was trying to extort Jayz. The lawsuit was and is frivolous and will be dismissed. Well, we'll see how that goes. Well, we know pretty much all this information already. Here's the causes of action: barratry and solicitation, Texas Penal Code, Section 3812. All defendants, they're saying they're guilty of that. Civil conspiracy, they're all guilty. Punitive damages, oh, they hurt their feelings. Plaintiff incorporates the preceding paragraphs of this petition as is set forth here fully herein. Defendant's conduct was committed with actual malice, and as such, plaintiff seeks exemplary damages against the defendants. Moreover, because this involves the violation of a criminal statute, no damage caps are applicable to plaintiff's damages. As a approximate result of the defendant's conduct, plaintiff has suffered damages in an amount to be proven at trial. So there's just this throwing lawsuits back and forth is insane. Here are the damages they're alleging. Compensatory damages in the amount they're going to see at trial, consequential and special damages, exemplary. Okay, we're not going to worry about all that. Attorney's fees, such other and further relief of which plaintiff is entitled, like they have to go to lunch, get coffee or some donuts. Demand for a jury. Plaintiff respectfully demands a jury trial on those issues where appropriate. They don't really want this to go to a jury. There's no way. Conclusion and prayer. Upon trial of this matter, plaintiff respectfully prays for judgment as follows: that the defendant be restrained as set forth herein. The court entered judgment in favor of the plaintiff for damages permitted by law, such other relief, a law or inequity to which the plaintiff may be justly entitled. and this is signed by the Buzbee law firm, Anthony G. Buzbee. All right. Tony Buzbee's up in here with David Fortney and JP Morgan and Chase at the JP Morgan and Chase Tower. Oh, man. I don't think, man, at this point, Tony, you don't want all this to go to trial. You don't want any of this to go to trial. And to anybody who's in Texas and in this Houston, Harris County area, I want to know from y'all in the comments, what is the thought about Tony Buzbee? Because I know someone personally who's in that area, and they said Tony Buzbee still owes them money. So I want to know from the people, what is y'all's impression of Tony Buzbee? And then to everybody else who's watching this, y'all let me know what you think is going to happen here too.